We follow little D through his life from primary school to his life after university in Sunny Side Up, a play based on a true story, a hauntingly beautiful play blending in spoken word and poetry that brings audiences the highs and lows of his life. It's a story about an unbreakable bond between father and son, the grief of losing a parent and identity, as well as the experiences as a young black boy. David Alade, writer and actor who plays Little D and narrates the play, explains how the idea came to be.
My dad passed in 2018. The year after, I'd done a play called The Fisherman in the West End, and it was a two-hander, and it was the first time I'd ever seen the African diaspora on stage, and it was two people playing mum, playing dad, playing little brother, like multi-rolling, putting so many characters on stage. And I just thought about my life and thought, wow, I could really put my family on stage and tell the story of myself and my siblings and my mum and my dad, but also honour my dad's life and as in like an ode to his legacy, basically.
Suzann McLean, director of the play and artistic director of Theatre Peckham, first met David when he sent his script in. There were many reasons why she had wanted to be involved, from how beautifully written it was to the connection she had with the story.
It's been such a journey. It's been a really personal journey for myself as well. Something that David and I have in common is that I've also supported my father through his journey with cancer, and working through the realisation and managing the situation of knowing that both of my parents are no longer with me anymore, and also being in a position to want to have that sense of urgency to really share with the world the legacy that my parents left within me, and wanting to share that with the world. So there's quite a few the pointers of where David and I connected within this play. I think that's something that's really important with any pieces that somebody directs, and to have that relationship with the story, and also in this case with the person whose story it is, I think is really important. And so it became a really a beautiful piece to direct, I think, for both of us being in the room and having those stories in common.
The story of Sunny Side Up shows a bond unbreakable and beautiful with a father. How would your dad feel about this show and the work you are doing?
Oh, he would love it. He would love it. He always knew that I was gonna do quote unquote big things, right? So I think he'd only probably be a bit gutted that he's not in the physical to soak it up. But no, he would definitely be proud.
The set of the play is a simple one, a wooden bench in the centre of the room, used for sitting, sleeping, and later a coffin, blazers and jackets symbolising different stages of life, and cages that can be moved with ease, the sound of metal scraping across the floor.
David and I spoke about, even when we spoke about it in the Fringe, David said that it felt like this play was about this person who's locked within their mind. And so we had this set that we've kind of repurposed from another show, and it felt like this was the most brilliant set to fit with this play, because actually it is like, you know, the audience come in and he's actually trapped, and then he opens up, and then actually he doesn't close off at the end, he stays open, and then it almost invites the audience in as well and says, you know, this is about me reflecting within, and ask the audience as well to reflect within for themselves. So yeah, the set becomes really symbolic for me.
No matter who the audience is, David loves telling his story.
I love it, you know, because I don't feel like I don't know these people. I feel like they definitely know me. Like, even if I'm performing to a bunch of strangers, there's something you can relate with in that story, whether it's from mum, from dad, from siblings, from the area you grew up in. Everybody relates. We've had people come from as far as Greenford who still relate with this South London estate stories, you know what I mean? So it definitely doesn't feel strange or that I'm talking to strangers. So yeah, I actually love putting it on. I love giving a piece of my family to the world.
Nostalgia is a powerful tool, unlocking memories, small and large. It can be soothing for the heart, creating peace with oneself and joy to the stories we hold dear to our hearts.
If I was going to take one word and describe the whole play in its totality, because obviously my dad passed, it'd be 5 years this year, it just feels nostalgic. Everything to me in this play just reads nostalgia. When I'm going back to primary school, when I'm in secondary school. I'm talking about the estate. When people come to watch, people who grew up with me, grew up in my estate, went to school with me, they're like, this play screams nostalgia. They give me the kind of the best reviews and such, that when they're like, David, you told no lies. And that to me is like amazing, because then I know that I'm putting on something that's as authentic as it can be on stage for people to take in and understand where we're coming from. So yeah, I love opening up on stage and showing people the past, showing people how I used to be, what I am now, and how these rites of passage make us.